Sorry, so you have to tell me if you're recording me, though.
The whole flat is camera.
No, but you're recording me personally. You have to at least let me beware if you're recording me.
No, I'm not recording you. I'm recording the work you're doing.
But
Hi there.
Hi,
Yeah.
you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, very good. Okay. Yeah, because I would have liked some mat over the covering over here because the dust and things are falling to the floor. Okay.
Well, these little bits down here, yeah?
And a covering over the bed as well because of the drilling. Okay, I would have liked that.
Did they put a cover over the bed?
After I asked, but he's removed it, so it's still chipping away, so things are still falling over. Yeah, that's dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah, there's little bits on there.
Yeah.
The engineers have got hoovers to hoover this up.
Excellent.
They'll hoover that stuff.
I'll make a note of that.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's also, that's a bit dangerous on the mat, on the
Yeah,
bed.
no, that's obviously.
Yeah. What they've done, they've removed it from there and
Yeah,
put
put it
it
into
on
this
here.
room now, yeah.
But still hasn't finished with this one
He's
yet.
finished drilling, and when I finish drilling, he will move it to there.
You should have at least
Still got
two.
little bits sweeping down onto obviously the bed. But you got more than that one.
You got to drill?
More than one dash room.
No, it's just one big battery, isn't it? It's cut in half and it just folded in half.
But I haven't got more to work with. Yeah, we'll see when you work with Bob. We can just keep them covered. I know he's on the drilling, he's still up. I'm just looking at stuff, picking up when he's working on the right. Yeah. Okay. They'll move it back across when they're working, okay?
No problem. It's just that, you know,
But the bits on
bit
the
of
floor,
consideration would have been.
They'll hoover them up. They don't tend to, obviously, when we've got wooden floor,
Yeah,
if you put dust sheets on it, it becomes a slip hazard.
fine. Okay, that's understood.
But the bed, they'll get them to move it back across, okay? All right?
Move it back across, what you mean?
Well, when they're working above it, obviously I see he's done it now, but obviously he'll keep that one there while he's working. These little bits on this bed, the little tiny bits on this bed, they'll hoover them up off there. All right, and then obviously when they're working in this area, they'll put one on the floor here.
A mat on the floor, yeah.
Yeah, because you've got the carpet area here.
Absolutely.
Obviously, they can put it on there. Okay.
How will they remove the dust over this?
What, off here?
Yeah, on the bed.
There's only bits.
It's not little bits, but
There's little bits
you know,
there.
what I should have considered before actually
Yeah, no,
beginning.
that's totally understandable.
You know,
All
I
right.
should have thought about it, you know, in advance because.
Yeah, there's little bits on there.
Yeah.
Obviously, they should have kept it on there.
They should have kept one on there, you know, because inevitably things will drop down.
Yeah, so the little bits that you're sweeping off, they'll hoover this bit up for you, okay? Have you got your hoover, yeah?
Yeah, there's a look at that.
I wouldn't allow a hoover that's been used on the floor on the bed.
Yeah, no, that didn't mean they'll hoover the bed. They'll sweep it off and then hoover it, okay?
Again,
Honestly, yeah.
I don't know if that's totally acceptable because you know you don't know how many brushes you know where the brushes have been, you know, to be used on the bed. You can't really do that.
Yeah, no, obviously I apologise. They should have kept it there.
Yeah.
Obviously, we
They should have because with consideration, you know, sort of like we should have thought about that. I'm a bit disappointed with that.
yeah, no, I totally do understand. Obviously, apologies. Obviously, it's happened now.
Yeah. Obviously, the
going
mind
forward, I'm
was
sure
moving too quickly and not really considering Okay, analyze, evaluate, look at first, and
Yeah.
make a note, and then
I'll
work.
speak to obviously our storeman as well, see if we can get obviously the engineers more dust sheets going forward. They should have had maybe another
you should
one
have
with them.
stopped for a moment, think about it, look at,
Yeah,
evaluate.
obviously, yeah, I do understand that. Yeah,
It was too on
yeah.
it.
They do, obviously,
In a rush, which is not. I understand that, but you must slow down, evaluate, and then work.
yeah. No, I do understand that. Obviously, I'll take your points, and obviously, the engineers obviously will learn from that going forward.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Obviously, I appreciate your feedback on it. Obviously, I apologise for that, but we'll get this bit all hoovered up for you. Okay.
Brand.
You've got a dust sheet, haven't you?
Oh?
Still put your dust sheet. Yeah, put it back
You
down.
must think.
Yeah.
You must think because you know things.
Was you recording the engineers?
I was recording the work, but I've got cameras all over the flat.
Pardon?
I've got cameras all over my flat. From the time you come in, the time you leave, cameras all over the place. I never, all my place is well, protected.
There's cameras within the property.
Yeah, outside as well.
Was our engineers advised of this?
Nobody was informed of me of what exactly you're going to be doing, and that's why, with consideration, you would have come in and evaluate.
Yeah, was the engineers advised of?
You need to speak to your management.
No, was the engineers? I'm the contracts manager. Was the engineers advised
By who?
by yourself about the recordings of inside the property
Well, why should I do that?
or on the point of entry,
Why would I do that?
or to let them know that they're being recorded of inside the property?
Well, if you come into a property, it's normally recorded.
It's like when you give someone a phone call, you have to let you know that obviously they're recording.
When
the
you
phone
come
call.
in from my front door, you're recorded. I'm telling you that now.
Well, obviously the engineers weren't aware of this.
Were they aware of having to put mats on the floor?
Yeah, no, obviously that we've spoken to them regarding that. Obviously, it's
Yeah.
not a mats put down.
Yeah. It's all a learning curve, isn't it?
Have you recorded him on your phone?
Recording on his phone.
Everything's been recorded. From the time you walked in, the actual recording is on. Everything's been recorded.
Where's it being recorded to? Where's it going to?
To my private
Obviously,
with
if you can't
private.
record someone on their phone without obviously their permission.
Both, it works in both ways. You know, it works both. It works in the same way that they did not put mats on the floor, came in like,
Obviously,
A
we
ta-
learned
a
obviously the
tank.
mats to go on the
Right.
bed. But obviously, the wooden floors, they can't put mats down on the wooden floors. It's a slip hazard.
I totally understand.
And obviously, they can't just walk away and leave them all over the floors, because otherwise you could trip on them.
Totally understand as well. You know, what one needs to do is to consider the
So obviously
environment.
that's for the health and safety reasons.
Absolutely, safeguarding is something I work on.
Are you recording now?
Everything's been recorded from the moment you walked in. Everything's been recorded.
There's cameras within the property.
Yeah,
Where are these cameras located?
they are around. I can't tell you that because that's the security.
There's little boxes on the
Yeah,
walls.
yeah, but they're all around the place.
But is it being recorded now by your phone?
Not by my phone, by the cameras.
But it's not on your phone now?
No,
No?
no.
I just obviously have to make Southwark aware that obviously it was being recorded inside the properties.
Of course. Everything's been recorded.
me and bang the dust sheet on the floor, my guys. I took the carpet off so it doesn't ruin the carpet. I put the dust sheet on the floor. Let me do this one.
Okay, so.
You wanna come past, sir?
Oh, okay. Are you going to the kitchen, yeah?
Right there.
Okay. Cool.
No, you're still recording now. Just carry out the right and then the rest recorded. So let me know when we get to the bathroom, bud. I don't think we've got a fan to go in. I don't think.
I even done the bathroom.